Hey everybody, Alan Weber here from the Mayor's Office. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be continuing these daily updates. I hope you find them useful and constructive. If there are questions you'd like me to address, please send them into the Mayor's Office, mayor@santafenm.gov, and we'll probably not be able to do it live in the moment as you send them in, but we'll get them for the next update. A couple things I want to mention. Obviously, we continue to have first and foremost in our minds the health and well-being of the people of Santa Fe and New Mexico as we all try to grapple constructively with the coronavirus. Sadly, there was an announcement today of the first person in New Mexico to die from the disease, and so it strikes even closer to home that we're not only dealing with an epidemic, we're not only dealing with an attempt to slow the spread of the disease, we're actually now one of the states that has had a fatality because of coronavirus. So the issue is even more important. Please stay at home. Please do everything you can do to practice social distancing, to wash your hands, to keep 6 feet apart, to not be in groups larger than 5. If you do need to go out, only go out for absolutely essential errands, whether it's to get groceries, to get pharmaceuticals, to take care of an urgent, pressing health need of your own. Otherwise, go for walks on our trails, but don't go out in groups. This is becoming more and more serious every day. The governor continues to take courageous and strong action. Her announcements in the paper today that she's looking to see if she can test every single person in New Mexico puts her once again in a leadership position for governors and elected officials around the country. But it will only work, her orders only work if we follow them, if we do the stay-at-home order to the best of our ability, that we take this absolutely seriously and recognize that we are just now in that period of the coronavirus phasing where we are facing a ramp up of people who will test positive. And at that point, we're all going to have to be even more careful and need to take necessary steps to protect ourselves. If you do find that you think you have the symptoms of the coronavirus, fever, shortness of breath, a cough, a dry cough, call 855-600-3453 and get screened over the phone. Do not go to a hospital. Do not go to your healthcare provider. We don't want anybody sitting in an emergency room or a waiting room who could potentially have the virus. So call 855-600-3453 and get yourself assessed over the phone. There's some changes that have come out since the last time that I spoke with you. The original order that the governor had issued said that parks would be closed. That's now been reinterpreted and revised. Parks are open, golf courses remain closed. So if you want to go out and get some exercise, some fresh air, get in a workout, go for a jog, parks will be open, but remember, don't go out in groups more than 5 people. That risks spreading COVID, and we're trying to contain it, control it, and keep it from spreading. Tonight we'll be having a city council meeting. It'll be a virtual city council meeting. It's going to be an experiment, so be patient and be understanding if the technology doesn't work perfectly. But we are attempting to continue to do the city's business and go through important work of issuing contracts, keeping people on the job, maintaining to the best of our effort, the best of our ability, the city's continuation of delivering services. To do that, we need to have a city council meeting. It's tonight. It starts at 5 o'clock. It'll be carried on Channel 28. It'll be carried on YouTube under the City of Santa Fe. You can link to it from the city's homepage. If you wish to speak under the petitions from the floor or on the public hearing on the state of emergency that the council will be voting on, the way to do that so that we can continue to meet the requirements of the Open Meetings Act would be to send an email to public comment at santafenm.gov. That's one word, public comment at santafenm.gov by 1 o'clock today. So we need to get your name and your phone number, and then we'll call out to you and get your voice introduced into the council through technology, because we are only allowed to have 5 people at a time in the city council chamber. So don't come down to the council meeting. You can watch it. You can even participate by sending an email to public comment at santafenm.gov. Indicate whether you wish to speak on petitions from the floor or address the public hearing on the state of emergency. And when the time comes, we'll have a list of people who've signed up and we'll call out to you. The only other thing I wanted to do was to continue to say thanks to the city staff. We are so fortunate in Santa Fe to have a group of people who are committed to delivering services, to keeping the city functioning at a high and sustainable level, to meeting the needs of everyone who lives in Santa Fe. So a great big thank you to our city employees. We really appreciate all the work you do. You're going above and beyond in keeping the transit system operating and maintaining our fundamental basic public services, our police and fire staff, always on duty, mindful of the need to respond to emergencies, continuing to pick up curbside your solid waste and making sure that the city is healthy and making sure that the water you get at home that we usually take for granted in the middle of a public health emergency continues to be delivered. All of these things, all of these fundamental services that we take for granted during normal times are suddenly even more important to us as we reflect on this unprecedented health situation we're in. Tonight, one other thing that the council will be voting on is a $500,000 special allocation that we've proposed to help address very urgent needs in our community. We know folks are hurting. We know folks are looking for help when it comes to their rent, when it comes to people who are at risk, when it comes to some of our most vulnerable folks in Santa Fe. That $500,000 is a first effort to meet some of those emergency needs over the next couple of weeks. And we'll have more information going forward as to how that money will be used in specifics. First, we have to get it allocated tonight. If you want to watch, again, you can see the City Council meeting on Channel 28. You can see it on YouTube. You can link from the city's homepage and watch a council meeting go forward. Please remember, the single most important thing we can each do, and we should all do, is to interrupt the spread of this virus. And the best way to do that is by staying at home. The governor has issued a very clear and comprehensive order. It says the only businesses that are open are essential. The only trips we should be taking should be essential. Otherwise, please stay at home. Please continue to take care of each other, check in on each other, use technology to stay connected, even though it's a different way of being a friend, a different way of being a family member. The ability today to do all kinds of technological check-ins through the web, through FaceTime or Skype. We all can stay in touch with each other. We just don't want to be in the same space with more than 5 people. We have got to begin to break the curve, to flatten the curve as this coronavirus spreads. It's spreading nationally. We've got to be part of the solution. And it's up to each one of us to do the right thing, to really remind each other to wash our hands, to stifle or cover up our coughs and sneezes, to sanitize keyboards or places we touch often, and always keep social distancing. Stay at home, take care of yourself. If you do have symptoms that you think begin to resemble those of the coronavirus, fever, shortness of breath, or a cough, call 855-600-3453 and get an assessment over the phone. We all are in this together. We all care deeply about each other. This is a city of great compassion and great respect for each other and everybody's well-being. Everybody counts. Everybody matters. We need to take care of ourselves, our families, our community. This is a time when Santa Fe is all together, working together, standing together, and taking care of each other. I'll check in again with you tomorrow with more updates. If you have questions you'd like me to respond to, please send me an email. We'll try to get those answers out to you tomorrow. Until then, be safe, be careful, be healthy. Take care of each other, your family. Take care of our city. We're going to make it through this. We're going to come out the other end. But in the meantime, please stay home and be safe. Thanks a lot. Take care.